Hello, Moxey.
Good morning, good day, good afternoon, whatever it is for everybody.
All times, every time, at the same time.
All times, everywhere, every way, we're here for you.
Forever.
And ever and ever. What's happening in your life? I've been international.
I heard that. That's very exciting. We haven't even really talked about it.
Yeah, if people follow me on Instagram, they were probably inundated with 50 stories a day. I was in
Wonderful.
Sao Paulo.
Whoa.
No,
I legit don't know where anything is. When we went to Portland, Oregon a few summers ago, when I got on the plane, and you know how they have that little map that's tracking, yeah. I was genuinely surprised that we were going across the continent.
May!
I was like, oh, wow, we are going far.
You didn't look at a map before
I mean, no. I watched Portlandia. That's what I based it on.
Oh my god.
It was nice there.
Well, when you open a map after this call, look at where Sao Paulo is. It's like way down. Way down.
All right, I will.
So
I have a general idea where Brazil is.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And I think I could pick it up off of
Wait, you only have a general idea where Brazil is?
Well, it's in South America, and it looks... Is it kind of Texas-shaped?
Sure. Is it to the right or left of South America?
The right.
Okay, good.
Okay. I'm trying to picture.
Did you use your situational clues that it was the same time zone? That could help you, too.
No, I didn't. That would have been smart. I know that Chile's a long, skinny one to the left.
Up or down?
It's down.
Yes, correct.
It's near the tip. And I know this from Carmen Sandiego.
I'm near the tip. I don't know what that means. I just had to say it because that's how my mind works.
Quite a good lesson.
When I can share that when I was in Brazil, I got a real white lady eye-opening.
Oh,
so
do tell.
So I went down to Brazil for work. So we were like meeting with people from Brazil wanting to come to.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Okay, so when I went to Brazil for work, I was going down and meeting with all these Brazilians and talking about coming to Canada and blah, blah, blah. So when I went down there, so I have a bit of understanding, probably a little more than you.
Oh, I would say Brazil that's a fair statement without hearing the rest of the sentence.
Brazil is very, essentially the cities are at a first world level, like, the big cities are nicer than the cities we live in. And, you know, I always had it in my mind. I see a lot of Brazilians when I'm in Florida because I'm there part-time with my parents. And Florida's like a hot spot for Brazilians now because Brazil, in our lifetime, has moved from, you know, a stereotype poorish country into, like, one of the top GDPs in the world. So, anyway, I was thinking, like, why do so many people want to move so desperately to Canada? You have nice apartments, you can own a car, you know, who we'd be looking at are people at a professional level, not like the lower level type jobs. Why would they want to give up everything, their family? A lot of them were married, a lot of them were kids, so it kind of went against the idea in my head that it was just people like, say, me. It's like, obviously I don't want to leave my family, but you know, like I don't have anything to tie me down here in Canada that if I want to go off for an adventure for a few years, I could totally do that. It's just me. I can, you know, pack up the house, rent the house, sell the house, whatever. So it became very apparent within the first day of my meetings that I am a sheltered white lady, and oh my goodness, like, all of them have viable jobs and don't worry about shelter and don't worry about housing or food or, you know, the basics. But one guy, for example, like, we would always say, so why do you want to come to Canada and work in Canada? And one guy had tears in his eyes as he spoke, saying, I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 10-month-old baby. Not only am I worried for my daughter because she's a woman, but I'm worried just generally about my kids and my kids being able to live life in this country. Like, they can't go outside and play. They can't do anything because literally, even in affluent areas, people are like shot outside apartment blocks. And, you know, kidnappings and robberies. And, you know, we were counseled before we went down because we have nice phones for work. And, you know, the person I was with has an Apple Watch, and, you know, I dress relatively dumpy, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't mean to say that, you know, so like,
no, it's true, because as a hippie, that's material goods, blah blah blah. I don't care about that, you know. Don't flash your phone. Keep your phone in your pocket. Don't have, you know, earpods in your ears. Don't show any sign that you have anything worth stealing. And we were in the very swanky area. Like, the person I was with went for a walk one day. I was off adventuring in quote, quote, normal areas of town. And they just kind of adventured in the area we were staying. And there's like Chanel in the mall. And, you know, so it says we would never, ever, ever be able to normally live there.
Wow.
And even there, like, I was out at like a pub with a bunch of the Brazilians in the group we were visiting with, and he walked his wife the 90 seconds back to the hotel instead of her just literally like almost across the street walking back because she wanted to go to bed early. He escorted her back. And it just was very eye-opening that, you know, I know I have it good in Canada, but I think other places are fine. But the reality that we live in is, you know, a reminder it's not the reality of 95% of the world.
Oh, that's so, like, it's, you know it? You know what I mean? Like, we have a base understanding of it, but we really don't know. Like, just the day-to-day... you know, intricacies of it. You just don't really feel it in your heart until someone either sits down and says it to you, or, and I had a little bit of the feeling before the trip, the person, it wasn't my company running the trip. We were like going on quote, quote, a mission essentially. Not for Jesus, but for business. They were very good. Like, I just kind of read it as like they were constantly like, did you get your visa? Are you comfortable with the hotel we picked? Do you know how you're getting around? Do you know how you're getting from the airport? Do you have data for your phone in case there's any trouble and you can reach out to me? You know, very good, I guess, customer service. I kind of read it as they're approaching this, that the people that they're bringing down with them, like they are Canadian too, are not travel savvy versus me, where I've been, you know what I mean? That's how I was kind of reading it. Like, I've obviously been to South America with a backpack before, and, you know, I've been around. I generally speak okay Spanish, so I can get by most countries, blah, 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 blah. So I just kind of read it as like, they have to go base level, like, if you've never left Canada, like, making sure you're okay. But the reality was that they were probably checking on those things because they knew that there was actual potential for something to happen if you didn't have those systems set up. That's crazy.
It really was crazy. And Sao Paulo is like, I think 13
to
15
like
million
it's a
people, and
huge city.
It's a huge place, and obviously Brazil is a huge place, and most of the people I interacted with were from smaller places, you know. One place I looked it up as I'm talking to them, and it was about the size of Halifax, and they still had those, not complaints, but, express those emotions that I need to leave because it's not safe for my family. And it was very eye-opening as like high paid professionals that even that privilege can't help you escape that reality.
Because just the infrastructure just isn't there.
It's where I live and where you live. The reality is, if you have any amount of money to throw into rent or to buy a house other than, the lowest level available, you're generally fairly safe. You may have troubles with neighbors or, your house may get broken into or hit with a car, but generally you don't fear day to day for your life or for a mugging or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, I can't even imagine being mugged here. I don't even hear about it.
No, and there is the odd mugging where I live, but talking to these people and like I would go out, not everyone would go out with them afterwards, but I'm like, I'm in Brazil, I'm going and hanging out with Brazilians. So I would go out with them afterwards and, just saying to them like, sure, there's muggings where I live. Like, it's not perfect. Don't put this idea in your head that it's this perfect utopia. But I cannot remember the last time someone I even know got mugged, and they were just shock on their faces.
I don't even I don't like our car. Well, our car, we left the door unlocked like dum-dums because we went to get something from the car and then forgot to relock it, and John's bag was just taken out of the car. So it's like... Yeah,
and people have taken, like, change out of my car. The same thing, I probably didn't lock the car, right?
But nothing... And these are people that, they're just standing kind of and watching. They're not looking for an interaction. They're not looking to... They want in and out.
No, they're just walking around neighborhoods at night trying car doors. They don't want... They're just seeing what they can get. Most of the time, I think it's, like, teens bored, right? But... So anyway, that's my little message.
That's good. That's a good message. That's a good lesson in trying to be empathetic and, understanding things that are outside of your own experience.
Exactly. You don't know what other people have been through, even if you think they have had the same opportunities you have.
So be kind to people. Just
100%.
Be kind, have an open heart and an open mind, and just try and see their point of view on things, and you might not be able to do anything to help them out of their situation, but a lot of the time just letting them know that they're heard can be a big thing, I think. Wowie.
And recognize, So do you maybe have a crystal to lighten this up?
I do happen to have... It's not exactly a crystal in the traditional sense of the word.
I'm not a traditional
There you go. So I know that you'll accept this. Today, I thought that I would speak about amber. Because, as you know, my body is in pain today. And one of the supposed properties... You're going to like where this is going, actually. One of...
Oh, I'm well aware of the teething thing, if that's where you're going with
I
this.
was.
And it does not work. It's fake.
So listen. Yeah. Just listen. This one is fake. I will agree. Is the word demonstratively? I think it's demonstrably.
It's proven to not have any scientific backing. It's a placebo.
With other crystals that I speak about, you can't really 100% disprove or prove either way because they're just, you feel what you feel. However, I'll just back it up a little bit for anyone who's not aware of it. Amber is made from, it's fossilized tree sap, that's really cool to me. And they can manufacture it. You can be, but I mean, I think it's fairly abundant to get a real piece of amber.
Yes.
They often will have little inclusions, which is also really cool. So like little bits of ancient leaves, and like sometimes Yeah,
mosquito,
yeah.
a la Jurassic Park.
Exactly. So ants, termites, mosquitoes, little things like that. So that's just interesting, historically. It's a very ancient, it's always been something that people have used as jewelry. They found it in the tombs and the pyramids, and they've found it in like caves with cave paintings on them, and it's just always been something that humans have gravitated towards because it's very beautiful. It's a translucent orangey color, like an iced tea type of color. It can also be found in green, although that's more rare. And oftentimes, if you buy a green piece of amber in a jewelry store, that's been treated chemically somehow. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's often man-made, but it does occur in nature. It's just more rare. I think I have some amber earrings, so I can put a photo of those up and just so everyone can see what I'm talking about. So, getting back to these analgesic properties. There's a trend right now of these, they're called teething necklaces, and they're little tiny beads made of amber that you put around your baby's neck, and they don't chew them. The idea is that just by having these beads around your baby's neck, it's going to help with the pain. I'm just going to have a little side note here, and this is going to sound kind of judgy, but you shouldn't put something around your baby's neck. And
Okay, I'll interject, and I do know they have, if they're done properly, they have an easy break clasp, so it won't choke your baby. As well, they put a knot between every bead.
Good. I am happy to know that.
So that if it breaks, your baby can't ingest it. However, yes, why?
Yeah,
why? Don't do it, but why?
I'm glad you told me that, actually.
Carry on.
Because I was thinking like, oh, that seems like not a good thing.
No, typically they have, I'm quite confident, like I had obviously looked into this before too. They have a break clasp, so it won't choke your baby.
Don't choke your babies. You can quote me on that. May Wonderful. Eupholytic. Hashtag
2019.
Eupholytic. Hashtag
don't choke your babies.
Oh dear. So what the reason that they say it's a natural analgesic is because amber contains, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this, succinic acid, which is
I have no idea.
It does contain this acid that does scientifically have analgesic properties. However, the amount that occurs in the amber occurs in our own bodies in higher amounts. So it's not something you're not leaching it through the skin. So a lot of times I'll have an open mind to stuff, but this actually, it's proven to not, it has a kernel of truth, but it's not, doesn't make sense.
And they also say it's absorption through the skin, which is, yes, that can happen, but no, it's not. The volume of which that could even happen is not.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
No.
It's unfortunately not going to help in that way. But
no.
Another thing that it's known for, and maybe this could be helpful for your baby, it protects from psychic attack. So, I mean, you can't, science cannot debunk that. You can't prove it. You can't disprove it. And honestly, amber's beautiful, and it's one of the more affordable jewelry pieces. And if you like it, then have an amber necklace. Have an amber ring.
I've had an amber necklace before.
They're nice. They're very
cool.
pretty. And from a historical, scientific, naturalist standpoint, it's really neat to have something that was a part of an ancient tree and has an actual fossil contained within it, and it's cool. So in that way, you are looking at this and getting a euphoric feeling from it, I think. So there you
Sure.
go. And if maybe I will go put my amber earrings on in a little bit to feel, get a little bit of relief for my aching 35-year-old legs. Oh my gosh. When we got home, I said to John last night, I was like, this is brutal. We're in for a rough ride because, like, we are 35. He's 36.
I mean, I don't want to be that person, but you need to start
Oh, I know.
exercising.
Yeah, he exercises pretty good. He has an
You
injury,
need to start running,
but I
yeah.
definitely need to do something because
You need to start running for sure. I know it sucks. I know. I 100% agree.
Okay,
It
we can do baby
sucks.
steps, and I'll get my sneakers, and then
Exactly. And then you get a nice podcast
Oh, yeah.
and you go for a walk every night
Oh,
for 20
God.
minutes and then 30 minutes. And then eventually you start running for 10 minutes, then 12 minutes. But I know, but May, you feel
I know
so much
I do
better.
believe that. I just need that push to
It's true.
do it, which I think I'll do. I want to start I want to do a little 4x4 veggie garden this year too. Just a little I think I'm just going to start with zucchini because they grow themselves. And then that will get me to dip my toe into being outside for fun.
We'll get you some sneakers. It'll just change your
Good.
world.
I'm just thinking about those Dr. Scholl's.
We'll get you something nicer than Walmart.
Well, I
Dr.
mean, I
Scholl's.
just, I'd be okay with those. I'm just thinking, you know what the worst
Yeah.
part is? I'm thinking about how are they going to look with my ugly, cute thrift dresses.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, we can get you a nice, like, cute
Yeah.
kick, like a sporty
Yeah.
sneaker that'll look really nice, or just something that's, like, totally wild. So it's like, I'm just a business lady, but I walk to work in my sneakers and switch to my flats.
Wonderful. I do see the business ladies going with their fancy sneakers.
Yes.
And I'm like,
It's a thing, for
neato.
sure.
Good for you.
We'll check out Martin's. We'll find you something real nice.
Oh, baby. I forgot about Martin's. I'm
Yeah.
so...
They always
Yeah,
have
I
good
should.
sneakers.
I should check. I was gonna check last time I was down, but I'm scared to do it without you because you know about sneakers. I don't want to make a poor
do.
purchase.
I do buy, like, $200 sneakers now, which I don't expect you
I'm
to
open
do.
to that, to be honest.
but-
Like, I just want to have a really good pair. But
Yeah, we'll start you with something, and then maybe come fall, we'll get you in like
Yeah.
a real sneaker.
I just need something because if I go by myself, they're gonna smell me coming, and I'm gonna get sold something. It's not gonna be good. Wonderful.
Well, I think that's it from us today, May, or at least that's it from me.
I'm good. I'm good for this week.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. We haven't asked you to rate us on
Oh.
iTunes in a while, and that would be great because if we get good ratings, people might actually see our wonderful, wonderful
I would love that.
podcast and spread the love. So, and this is our pitch. It doesn't cost you anything, only costs you a couple minutes. So if you would head on over to Apple Podcasts or iTunes or however the heck you do that now and rate us. Takes 2 minutes. You don't even have to do like this complicated sign in. It's all
Wonderful.
good. We'd love you. A nice 5-star rating with a comment would be great. Otherwise, you could just interact with
Yeah.
us if you want. You can follow us on Euphorolytic on Instagram, EUPHORALYTIC. May always post the crystals for
I
you guys
sure
to
do.
benefit from. So if you have a toothache, just double tap that amber.
Double
and it'll
tap it
solve
with
all
your
problems.
Click, click.
With your teeth.
We are not responsible for damages to your phone.
But you can double tap your phone whichever
can.
body part
That's
you
true.
want to. Because I think all body parts are conductive, so
Yeah.
good for you. Yeah. Have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you next
Bye-bye.
time. Bye.